This is Intimate Night of Poetics. It's going to be quite groovy and beatniky. We're going to snap our fingers and read poetry. This is the official end of the art show here tonight. I brought out some of my mom's stuff for y'all to see. And it's also the official launch of the zine there. So up next we have Lindsay, who will be starting us off. Thank you.
So guys, there's the sign-up sheets just at the back of the room as well. If anybody wants to read anything, just go ahead and we'll put people in order, okay?
Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I'm good. So how are you guys tonight?
Yeah.
Thank you, Isa. So, I've been reading here before, and as you know, most of you guys call me the sad girl, sad poetry. Well, I have a treat for you tonight. None of my set is sad. So, it's actually very beautiful. I put my heart into these poems. Just tried to expand. So, here's the first one. I actually think it's a full moon tonight, and it goes with my poem. So, this one's called The Blue Moon. Okay. Why so sad tonight, moon? I know you're upset. You cast a blue light. Is it because you're feeling blue? Who broke your heart so long ago? The wind whispers, and it's cold. Is it because you're just a reflection? Because you can't emit your own light? Do you think that, just because your existence is cold and dark, that is all you are? But I've seen you in the day, in the clouds tucked away. The sun is no better than you, burning massive fire, has no companions. Hot-headed forces drives all away. No one likes a nasty burn. You're the closest to the earth. Wouldn't you agree? It's the best company? Silver bullets fall. Don't cry, moon. You're beautiful. I've always been like you, pale, dark, cold, alone. But never all alone, because I remember you when I feel this way. I knew there was someone to relate to. It was you, moon. We've both never been alone. Don't forget me, moon, even after this life. I always look forward to the night, when I can be alone, but not all alone, because I've always had you, the blue moon. Alright, I love poem. This one goes out to my soulmate, whoever you may be. It's called The Day We Are Together. Love, a word I used to put in the same pile with all the other four-letter words I'd skulked with. You showed me it was so much more. Love at first sight? Hardly. We never expected this of each other. Nothing more than a friendship. But it was set on fire by the phoenix. We ignored and caged away. But this time it did not burn out or leave painful ash memories. When life gave me hardship, you threw your arms around me, and all was bearable. When words hurt, you spoke, and I remember kindness. When I missed comfort, you'd look me in the eyes, and I could live in my skin again, knowing I'd get through this. When people became cold, harsh, and cruel, I'd see your face in my mind, and knowing I had you in my life, I'd see hope. And now with you, all I need, you tell me you love me, and it is all I've longed to hear. Fixed me when I was broken, medicated my healing, picked me up when I was down. I have my flaws, but you see past them and into my beautiful soul. Oh, my love, I love you too. I can't wait until the day we are together. Okay. So this one's kind of a treat. It's actually not my own work. It's by someone who I actually share the same birthday with and I really look up to. Fortunately, he has deceased now. And this writing is actually from a guy's perspective, so I just want to clear that up to begin with, because it's going to sound funny if I don't specify that. Okay, you guys are probably going to recognize this. My daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to ma and me, just his old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and I got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk. It seemed I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man who gave me that awful name. Was Glattenburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry, so I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. In the old saloon, the street of mud, there at the table, dealing stud, sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture my mother had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, and to my surprise, he came up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I can't really remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun and I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped make you strong. He said, "Now, you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me, and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you did. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye, because I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue." Well, I got all choked up, and I threw down my gun, and he called me his pa, and I called him my pa, and he called me his son, and I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name. Okay, so, if you guys like that one, and that was by Johnny Cash. He's a great writer. Alright, I tried to type this one out, but my printer broke, lucky me. So I'm going to attempt to read these scribblings in front of me. Wow, that rhymed. Sorry, I'm making fun of myself. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Okay, hold on a second. I have hair in my mouth. It's not fun. Okay, this one goes out to all the single people in the room. Which sounds like most of you, but that's okay. 12:15 a.m. My room's quiet, and a spider web lingers in the corner. The phone's dead. There's a comfort in my head. It's also nice to have the extra money around. Boredom? Sure. But I'm not boring. No, not at all. So much to do and prove, but still a deep sigh. Do I care to say that I'm alone? I think I like it this time. Freedom, no baggage. I have the perfect man in my mind, but the future is far. Well, I can't wait. How do I find my other half when I am on Venus and he is on Mars? No, stop it. You're dreaming again. Ignore the fortune teller and what she said, or it will take over your head. Great, I'm talking to myself again. I haven't had this in a while, since I was 14. Wow. So this is what it's like to be single? That's everything for me tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and one more. By this lovely man here, Dan Sparzella. I do not back this at all. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm gonna fuck you with a rake. What? Yeah! Dan Sparzella, everybody!
Okay, guys, let's hear it one more time for Lindsay.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to take a little bit of a break, and up next we're going to be hearing from Matt, so stick around.
Yay! I tried.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yeah, Bills! Woo!
Yeah!
Yay!
Alright, guys, we're going to start off with a classic of sorts. It's called Unfulfilled Desires. Wilting passionate expectancies left open to read. Tingling heart left on a sleeve open to bleed. You want oaths, honored, proud, and strong. He knows not his needs, and before too long, doubt flows freely in copious amounts, tainting hope, purging faith, only despair founds. I once thought doubt helpful, guiding our avenues, kept our dreams grounded, realized our views. How useless to demur in face of strange results, when we can frame our main and deny all faults. This next one's called Avenues Not Pursued. Bounties of jewels cascade through the seams. Mountains of mourning fade blank as screens. Seems a tremendous chore, turn the wanton key. Longing to its core, mirroring desires for me. But how? But why? What precisely must I do? Passion? Planning? Caring? Nah. Just action right now, fool. Eye on the ball, stick on the ice, readiness all instead. And yet the final step, never achieved. What is it that I dread? Convenience of path finds itself in angels of despair. Friends of convenience, needed more than ever, but where? In void's darkness, hard to tell, hands nurture or slap. This longing feeling hard to quell, a self-sustaining trap. Give me a moment while I search for this next one. During that time, I'd like you to reflect on flowers. The hole in my jeans. My beautiful knee. Oh, it's a flower. Yes!
No, he did.
Who made it?
The guy with the hat.
I'm wearing it for the rest of the night.
You in no way look free. At all.
Guys, come on.
Yeah, utilities.
And possibly cable.
I only look at the
And in that spirit, this next one's called How Queer.
Yes! Excellent.
Supplemented ambitions draw heartfelt contentment. The bell tolls, the gong rings, dredging us back from recesses. I almost had that damn tail. Next time I won't fail. Monotony spews, the old dog chews. The kennel after all leaves behind the laggers. Camaraderie, laddie boy. Yes, good boy. We sit, we stand, we dance, speak, our mind. Were you also born colorblind? A delicious treat of mundane feet. Remember not the titans, but their colorless dreams. The most tasty is the male-bearing ankle. In future I'm to fear, in future we're to rear. Lullabies for the little ones, the big ones somber eyes. I'd much rather go to the Greyhound tracks.
Utilities, yeah!
Woo!
Thank you for eating my bed.
Yeah, by the way, Johnny, you owe me for the
Oh,
This next one's called The Ballad of a Recluse. It's ironic, really, how events unfold, like forgetting how to write a certain letter, forgetting who we are in exchange for what. I am a clone of someone I hate, and I am lost. Hunting that knowledge, nothing else matters, but each, no matter, burrows the knowledge deeper. Digging eternally, digging our own grave, scrape. Silence, my friend, where has the noise gone? Scrape. Complacency, my friend, what happened to our longing? Scrape. Seeing the daylight dim above you, you feel it's calling. Your heart, but you are too deep. With ignorant contempt, you dig onwards, in some half-hearted attempt to resurface. Gosh, it's cold.
I love my furnace. That's for your next poem, right?
I love my friends. Dedicated to Steve Miller.
Yeah, man, we only have to pay $250 a month for that. That's great.
Really?
The rental and water heater? The furnace?
$2, I don't know what we paid that. Okay, this last one is called The Last to Leave. Alas, to quill, to stand and quiver in the breeze, or to release, to soar, flit amongst the trees. Commencing, we bud, we prosper and we grow. All firm planted roots, they learn us till we know. Strive to overcome, the crowding allows not to dither. Choice beguiles not, whence forsaken to the wither. Once flourish, turn about face, accept absorb the light. Veins flow full of essence for the passion of the plight. Chance may find the wind of decision gives foundation a rustle. What's out there, round yonder bend, or stay, familiar bustle? Which branch we start, high or low, is not for us to choose. Wandering will tempts how we react, and acts, win or lose. Order or chaos, knowledge or curiosity, contentment or fun-filled chart. Blech. Twinned options presented fragilely on minds, choice of the heart. First to go, where wind blows, and find our legacy, or happily stay, watch fools away, and B, the last to leave. And that's all for this set. Going to take a 10-minute break, and Gerard's going to be up reading next.
Dan, shut up.
Yeah. I'll see you on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Where's the Monopoly Man? Electric company. He's got the electric. The Monopoly Man's at the electric company.
What's up?
What?
Hey, Hollywood.
You shouldn't have
Hello?
made fun of
We're not drunk. We're not drunk, I swear.
We're drunk, I'm not drunk.
I'm so drunk. Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing, yeah, you're going. I'm doing it in sign language for those who can't hear.
Oh my god, she's gonna do sign language. I'm so excited. Alright, so up next we have Gerard. And I'm very excited. He's a very unique, abstract, talented artist. And I cannot wait to hear what he has to say. So everybody, put your hands and your snaps together for Mr. Gerard.
You're the best. Oh, I'm so
Thank you.
You got sign language. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's rare.
I'm going to start with a rerun. So if you've been here before, you've probably heard this and you're going to be really bored.
Entertain.
You're a robot and you're so lonely. Used and unplugged, put away. You're a toy for their amusement and have no protest at all. You voice your thoughts only to yourself, dreaming of love, dreaming of care. Fantasizing about running free. Too many times you've been put down by even the ones you thought cared. You escape into somewhere else. Another person and another body. You want a fulfilling partner but lack the vision to see it or the emotion to take it. Your friend was a friend till his fulfilled destiny became his only focus. And then his demons began to steal that. His demons are mean and hated, bitterness just holding clenched fist inside his cranial ball, locking thoughts away, always in conflict with each other, always arguing. Dragons are never slay because there is no dragon when there is no black and white. But you and yourself and 3 other yous and an ugly you, like some debate class gone terribly wrong, blaring techno in a rave, but with no drugs and everyone's strangers and your friends abandoned you, but you really abandoned them. You snuck out into the back into some alley where you saw the face of God on a homeless corpse. It made you scream and writhe. Your whole world revolves around yourself. You're blinded to others. Just quit it. You have to just quit it. You're hurting the ones you love, and the ones who love you wait. A break, a symphony, a clarity, a silence, and a crowd of ADD-ridden children holding whistles. Oh, bittersweet beauty. The hand holding up in hope. The hand I must learn to hold up myself. Like leaning on each other's backs, the storms of life shall not prevail. Upon this rock of truth I will build our love. Many times we should dance, and many times we should sleep. Many times we should laugh, a friendly face, a friendly hello. Any news, my friend? Lord Christ sent his greetings, and this, a pendant to remind you when you're feeling blue, that we're all here waiting, we're all here to pay for your meal, and your drink, to nutrate your malnourished inner essence eternal. Space warriors need rocket fuel, and you're running low. Fly free, my starship. Your star has never forsook you. It has been close to supernova. But just hold on, at least for her, if you love her, if you love her. Thank you. She loved him so much, his thoughts raced madness, a blind, feverish confusion with everything. He lost himself, yet could be found in her arms. Disattachment from the solid realities of faith and hope. He hungered for something all his life, now spit out everything he fed upon. He lingered beyond his artistic longings and his own confusion. He felt as if he no longer owned anything. All he had was the girl who kept checking his forehead, kept worrying, continually asking if he was okay. She knew her curfew was well past. Her mother would scold her, and she would frustrate. Her thoughts, though, would be content with that she left the boy, the man, not sure, she loved, complete and okay, not on the verge of death. Death, however, would finish this story well, beautiful and authentic. However sad it'd be, it'd make a good ending to a good book. He died in her arms while they slept, or even worse, he died alone in the basement. He never escaped. His art never shown on a public display, printed or published. No, that's not how it ends. It ends however boring. She goes home, late probably, in a heap of trouble. He wakes up the next morning, well into recovery, starting another day. Okay, this one's a new one. It's a bit darker, but kind of fun. The Anarchist Revolution. It was a success. We fought blindly, we fought hard. We stood for no beliefs or creeds, but we were guided by a spirit of rage. We understood nothing but that which snapped within us all. The new season on TV just sucked, or the bills were way too high, or the zen of just pure violence was way too tempting. Civil battle, civil war, the burning skyscrapers, the stars bowing to our violent dance, the leaders joining the peasants as we yelled in each other's face, "We fucking hate you, we fucking hate you." We joined in the debauchery as we threw rocks at the police. It was probably just a full moon, or a strange dream, a drug-induced scenario, a chemical reaction. I still woke up in a cold sweat, alone, wrapped up in writing. I'm gonna finish this set with a short story. I might do another one after. I'm not really sure. Depends how the night flows. I'm gonna sit down. Being naked with you. Just being naked. We shared stupid smiles and a sort of calm silence between us, knowing what we've done. We're no longer virgins. We're free and liberated, no longer held down by the box that is religion and her parents' control. I walked back to the bathroom wearing nothing on me but an arrogant hippie feeling. It made me feel so natural, and when I ran my hands on your lower legs, the stubble made me think it's quite bohemian. You're still wearing that stupid smile, but so am I. You're so deliciously naked, but so am I. We danced to jazz the night before. I found my way into your kitchen to hear a drum solo. No! A proclamation of freedom in drum form. The music is banging away and hammering away. Oh, so whimsical and oh, so free. It fills my senses as I turn the small radio up. The beat becomes one with me as I grab sunglasses from on top of the fridge. I'm getting right into it, moving my feet, my hips, my arms, my legs. I settle myself down a bit as you walk in. Though not for long, as you join along me as a free-spirited piano kicks in. I spin you round and you spin me around. We jump and hop, we throw our arms frivolously around the kitchen and stomp our feet. We don't really know how to dance, but professional dancers will lust for what we have. Your sister runs up the stairs from down below and yells, "What are you guys doing?" The noise and racket we made was oh so annoying to her. I remember also sitting in your kitchen with you with our backs against the wall, our bottoms on the floor. We enjoyed it so much, we just sat and talked. I think we had coffee or something that you just made. I remember saying something about how the world would be better if they sat down on the floor more, that the greatest spirituality is recognizing you're human. Somehow sitting on the floor with you was also insanely human. For some reason I couldn't watch a movie with you just yet. I just wouldn't laugh, or I just couldn't get into it. We eventually just started talking with each other. But something so important, you had to put the movie on mute. We start kissing, but they continue talking. From summer, cuddling with you, holding you tight, talking or not talking, it felt so perfect. We felt so alive and free. We could spend hours together, between waking and dreaming and sleeping. We shared visions, dreams, and words. Something was so strange about the perfection of our relationship. There was no way this was real. There was no way. Here it was, though, right in front of us. You loved me and I loved you. We were so scared to share those words, it seemed at first. They seemed so right and true. So we finally just let go from not thinking this could be it. The walks were so awesome. You held my hand and we kept it inside my hoodie pocket where it was warm. We'd continue our long talks about society and about politics and about literature. I'd go off on long rants about silly things and just make jokes and you'd laugh. We went to Tim Hortons once and we shared a meeting coffee. For the most part, we just smiled at each other between casual conversation. We would look at each other's faces. We'd touch each other's hands. Rubbing our fingers together, we had met so late. This was nirvana. After we physically consummated our relationship, we hung out at a library. We didn't even share that many words. I shared a couple quotes from the Neil Young biography. You showed me a couple pages from your image-driven book on abusive relationships. I just remember we both were enjoying the fact that we were together, and that we were together in a library, that somehow we were king and queen of our world, that only cool kids hung out at a library while I skipped class. As we looked from our books to each other to outside on the Whitby streets, we felt truly alive. Literature never burns so real to us in our lives. Books never felt so three-dimensional, so close to reality. We felt akin to the characters of Winston and Julia in 1984. We felt like Romeo and Juliet. We carried this arrogant air of us against the world, a box of religion and rules and parental control we called Big Brother. As we shared kisses, I would deviously call you a member of the Brotherhood. I would joke about the thought police coming to get us. I would then quietly chant, down with Big Brother. Your church was such a bore to me. I know I shouldn't be so critical. All I really cared about was that I was there with you. Your father was oh so cool, though, and the same with the worship team and his friends. I really liked them. I remember being at your house and you were on a computer in your parents' room. I looked at all these CDs and books on how to play the blues, and I looked at all the pedals that led up to your father's guitar set beside his bed. It dawned on me how much your father loved music, and it dawned on me how truly cool that was. You're a daughter of God. You're a daughter of God. You're a daughter of God. It's pounding inside my head. If we're to do these things to be so physical together, I wouldn't be treating you as the daughter of God you are. You treat me as a daughter of God already. Tears are coming down your face. I don't know why. You're sniffling. I'm starting to feel my own eyes become wet. You talk about how the box and how you feel so controlled. You feel like you can't do anything without having to be perfect, without having to live under your parents' shadows. How you're not allowed to smoke outside at church because people look down on your family. Speak about how you feel you'll never escape. We take a walk to calm our hormones. It's out there in the cold that we decide on our actions. It's out there on a bench two rebels decide to follow their hearts and bodies and take what they've been struggling against taking. You share with me things you've never shared with anyone else, your innermost feelings and frustration. I tell you that I love you. Never let them get you down. Don't let people tell you who you are. Never give up fighting. Don't ever stop questioning. Never let people make you anything less than the daughter of God you are. Come out swinging. We're in this together. I remember talking to you on the computer about what had become of the situation. You then told me You then told me, loud in my ears, yeah, your father was coming down. I remember getting on my bed and shaking. My breaths were loud in my ears. I remember feeling pain behind my eyes and how my skull felt stressed. I knew you guys were fighting or that you were being yelled at. I felt so terrible. I just needed to hear your voice. Sometimes I swear in a split instant I could smell you, or some other time taste your lips. Sometimes when I was on my bed talking to you on the phone for a mere couple of minutes, I was free again. It felt like you were lying beside me. I could hear your breathing. I see you looking at me, looking into my eyes. This whole break from each other was killing us. I miss you. How could we be so wrong? I checked the scriptures the other day. It's all interpretation. No one has showed me any rebuttal. I felt so proud to tell my friend that I had finally been laid. Really what I wanted to tell him was that I was in love. I tried to tell him somehow, some way, that we danced to jazz, that we shared books, that we cuddled and did nothing all weekend. Why is it easier to say I had sex when I'm in love? I'm shaking, I'm in pain, I feel terrible. We broke her father's trust, we broke his authority. We're conniving, we lied, and we played him for some fool. Suddenly your parents' respect and their trust enough to leave us alone, just so we can cuddle and talk, seemed much better, that much sweeter than, that much greater than sex. We felt so free. Thank you.